Hello guys, in today's video, we're gonna check out the best travel small cameras in this year. I made this list based on my personal opinion, and I've tried to list them based on their price, quality, durability, and many more. To find out more information about these travel small cameras, you can check out the description below. If you want to get a best quality travel small camera according to your needs, then watch the video till the end and then decide to buy. At the first position of our list, we have Olympus OM-DE M10 Mark Roman 4. When picking the best travel camera, we're focusing on portability, and the dinky but mighty Olympus OM-DE M10 Mark Roman 4 is one of the best portable cameras around. Not only does it have an incredibly lightweight body with tactile dial-like controls, but it also uses the smaller Micro Four Thirds sensor. While this has some disadvantages in terms of low light capabilities, it effectively doubles the focal length of any lens mounted to the camera. So a lens that's the shape and size of a 50 will behave like a 100. In travel photography, this goes a long way, helping you keep your kit size down. We haven't even talked about everything else that's great about the EM10 Mark Roman 4. Its snappy burst shooting, its accurate autofocus, its impressive 4K video. It's a terrific all-around camera. Readers in Europe and the UK take note, Olympus has also recently come out with the Pen E7, a stylish take-anywhere camera that inherits a lot of tech from the EM10 Mark Roman 4. We've not included it here as it's unclear when or if it's coming to the US, but it's worth considering if your budget stretches far enough. Moving on to the next at number 2 with Panasonic Lumix GS85 4K digital camera. The Panasonic GS80 has a small and light camera body styled like a traditional rectangular rangefinder camera. Make sure you get it with Panasonic's retractable 1232 MEFs /3.5/5.6 GV ARRI-OS kit lens. This is equivalent to 24-60 form in 35mm terms, offering a slightly smaller zoom range than a regular kit lens but in a much smaller package. You can even squeeze the GS80 into a large pocket, a downsizing that's partly enabled by the Micro Four Thirds sensor. Most controls are accessed via buttons and menus rather than dedicated dials, although physical controls include a tilting screen with touch sensitivity and a pop-up flash alongside a hot shoe. If you can find room in your bag for an ultra-wide angle lens and a telephoto lens too, you'll be ready for anything. The number 3 position is held by Canon EOS M50 Mark Roman 2. Canon's EOS M range once felt like a bit of a forgotten child, but it's come a long way, and now these lightweight, affordable mirrorless cameras are a great choice for travelers. The Canon EOS M50 Mark Roman 2 is a highly capable stills and video shooter thanks to its high-resolution APS-C sensor. It'll handle most shooting situations with ease, and its sleek body looks good too. There are also loads of great video features on the camera, including a clean HDMI out, an option to shoot vertical video for Instagram stories and the like, and the ability to live stream to YouTube. The only real catch is that the 4K on the camera is rubbish, with compromised autofocus and that 1.6 crop factor that has plagued so many Canon releases. If you don't need to shoot 4K on your travels, and you probably don't, this is an excellent buy. Next at number 4 we have Nikon D3500. The D3500 is Nikon's latest entry-level DSLR. Compared to the Canon EOS Rebel SLR/250D, it lacks a few features, notably a vari-angle rear screen and 4K video, but it's a lot cheaper, and for many users these differences won't matter. If you choose the D3500, make sure you get it with Nikon's excellent retracting 18-55mm AF PVR lens, and dealers may offer cheaper, less desirable alternatives, and if you are going traveling you might want to consider Nikon's inexpensive and lightweight 10-20mm AF P lens too. It's brilliant for narrow streets, expansive interiors, and tall landmarks. The Nikon D3500 is limited to Full HD video rather than 4K, and its live view autofocus is a little less sophisticated than the Canon EOS Rebel SL3/250Ds. But if you're mostly interested in stills and you use the viewfinder more than the rear screen, the D3500 is real bargain. The number 5 position is held by Fujifilm X-T200. We love the Fujifilm X-T100 because it brought sophisticated handling, all the manual control you'd expect, and a satisfyingly large viewfinder. And now the X-T200 is here, and it ups the stakes with a big, vari-angle touchscreen, vastly better 4K video features, and improved autofocus. Fujifilm is aiming this camera at first-time users, but it's powerful enough to give mid-range DSLRs and mirrorless cameras plenty to think about. As you'll have gathered, we like the X-T200 a lot. Right now, though, it's relatively and still generally on sale or close to its lofty launch price. So it's actually not a whole lot cheaper than the more advanced Fujifilm X-T30 model, which has been out for a little while. Once the prices settle, though, we think the Fujifilm X-T200 will be a real winner. The number 6 position is dominated by Panasonic Lumix TZ200/CS200. If you're going traveling, the last thing you want is to be weighed down with kit, but at the same time you'll want a camera that can capture any kind of subject and get as close as possible to the quality of a proper camera. That's what the best long zoom compact travel cameras get right, and the TZ200/SC200 is right at the top of the tree. The TZ200/SC200 is a 1-inch 20-megapixel sensor like those in many of the best compact cameras, but adds in a long-range 15 zoom lens. This covers a 24 wide-angle view right up to a long-range 360 equivalent telephoto setting. The TZ200/SC200 produces excellent JPEGs images straight from the camera and has the option of RAW shooting and in 4K video. A macro mode lets you focus on subjects just 3 km away, and Panasonic's 4K photo mode can generate 8K images from burst sequences shot at 30 frames per second. With the 4K photo mode, you can even choose your focus point after you've taken the picture. This is the best travel camera for those who want quality and versatility, but without the fuss of interchangeable lenses. Moving on to the next at number 7 with Panasonic Lumix Lex10 Roman 2. The trouble with big sensors is that you need big lenses to go with them. So there goes any kind of pocketability, except that Panasonic has really hit the sweet spot with the Lex10 Roman 2. It combines a micro Four Thirds sensor not much smaller than the APS-C sensors in most DSLRs and mirrorless cameras, with a compact body and miniaturized lens assembly that powers down into a camera body slim enough to carry around anywhere. The Lex10 Roman 2 has a 16-megapixel multi-aspect sensor, which means that you can use its native 4:3 aspect ratio, the 3:2 ratio used by most DSLRs and mirrorless models, or 16:9 wide format without cropping the image and losing pixels. With a bigger sensor than the TZ200/CS200, an external shutter speed dial, lens aperture ring, and aspect ratio switch, the Lex10 Roman 2 one of the best travel cameras for enthusiasts and experts. You sacrifice zoom range, but gain image quality and features. The number 8 position is held by Sony CyberShot DSC-X99. Most of us want to travel as light as possible, and the featherweight 242 CyberShot X99 lets you do just that. It's also amazingly compact at 102.0 x 58.1 x 35.5. Yet somehow Sony has managed to squeeze in a 24/7 120 equivalent zoom lens. Of course, this feat is only possible thanks to the use of a small 1/2.3-inch sensor. But Sony's 18.2 MP back illuminated Exmor sensor performs well for its size. It just beats rival cameras like Panasonic's TZ95/S80 for fine detail capture. And low light performance is also respectable given the Tichy sensor. Extras like 4K video and Sony's very effective IAF focus mode help sweeten the deal. As does a built-in EVF, this is very small, however, and you'll have to pop it up from inside the camera before use. But at least the camera automatically turns itself on in the process, saving you some time. Next at number 9 we have Canon PowerShot 9X Mark Roman 2. Canon makes several compact cameras with a 1-inch size sensor, the 9X Mark Roman 2 being the smallest, at 98.0 x 57.9 x 31.3 and 206. It's so compact you really need to hold one to appreciate how small this camera is. This does mean that the rear panel is dominated by the 3-inch screen, so physical buttons are few, and they don't include a typical 4-way navigation dial. The pared down dimensions also mean you don't get electronic viewfinder. But then many EVF on ultra-compact cameras are very small and uncomfortable to use, so you may not be missing out too much. Another space-saving compromise is the 3x zoom lens. Its f/2 maximum aperture is respectable, but by the 80-form equivalent max zoom, this has shrunk to a meager f/4.9. But if you don't mind the limited zoom range, the 9X is the best travel camera when you want to spend less, but still get the image quality of a 1-inch sensor. Finally, the number 10 position is dominated by Olympus TUF TG6. So we round off our list with something very different. For some travelers, the only thing that matters is a camera that can stand water, ice, dust, rain, and even impacts. The Olympus TG6 might not have the zoom range or the large sensors of other cameras in our list, but if your travel photography is based around adventure rather than sightseeing, the TG6 is probably a better fit. With its waterproof, crush-proof, shockproof, and freeze-proof design, the TG6 will withstand a lot more abuse than the average compact. But it's not only its tough credentials that impress. RAW shooting and 4K video recording are two rarities on waterproof compacts. While the 12MP sensor had its pixel count deliberately lowered over an earlier model to make it produce better quality images with lower noise, it was a brave move by Olympus, but a refreshing one too. New microscope and underwater modes improved the spec over the older TG5, which you may still lingering in some stores. That's all for today. We upload camera and camera accessories review videos every single day. So, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon for the upcoming video notification.